Hi, this is Joy. Today I'll let you know how to knit a bolero that's perfect for autumn. When I went to Daiso, Korea near my house, I found cute knitting yarn, so I thought it would be great for me to make a bolero, and I started making it right away. So let's get started. We need knitting needles, knitting thread, and 4 markers. I'm gonna use 2 sizes of knitting needles, which are size 10 and size 6. I'm going to make a small size bolero, so I started with casting on 56 stitches, 2 stitches for the front part, 8 stitches for the sleeve or the arm part, and 36 stitches for the back part. Cast on 2 loops or 2 stitches for the front part and put 1 marker. Cast on 8 stitches for the sleeve part and put another marker, and cast on 38 stitches, put 1 marker, and cast on 8 stitches and put the last marker, and cast on 2 more stitches for the front part. Okay, we are almost done. Before you start the second row, please check if the total number of stitches is correct. We're going to simply purl all the stitches for the second row. Starting the third row, we will increase the stitches using KFB knit, which is knitting in the front and back of the same stitch. Knit the first loop. For the stitch before the marker, we will knit in the front and back of a stitch. Put a marker on the other needle, and for the stitch after the marker, we will knit in the front and back of a stitch again. KFB is simply knit 1 stitch and don't slip it onto the right needle, but insert the needle into the back loop of the same stitch from right to left. Wrap the yarn around the needle counterclockwise and pull the yarn through and drop the stitch. We will increase the stitch using KFB before and after every marker. For the odd numbers row, like 3rd, 5th, and 7th, we are going to knit stitch and increase the stitch. For the even numbers row, like 2nd, 4th, and 6th, we will simply purl stitch, no increasing or decreasing. We are almost done knitting the third row. Don't forget to increase the stitches before and after every marker using KFB. And for the last stitch of the third row, you don't need to increase. As like I told you a while ago, for the 4th row, we will purl the all stitches, no increasing or decreasing. We're almost done knitting the 4th row. We will increase here in the 5th row too, but the difference is we will increase the first stitch too. Increase the first stitch using KFB. Knit the other stitch. This stitch is before marker, so increase through KFB once more. Put the marker on the other needle. This is after the stitch, so increase the stitch using KFB. Knit the other stitch. Before and after marker, don't forget to increase your stitch. I'll tell you the simplest way to determine whether you forgot to increase a stitch or not while you keep continuing increase the stitches. For the front part, if the stitches are odd number like 5, 7, or 9, you're on your way. I mean, you did increase. But if it is 6, 8, or 10, you forgot to increase simply. And for the sleeve part, if the stitches are even number, that means you did increase. But if it is an odd number, that means you forgot it, so you have to do it again. Alright, I increased the last stitch of the 5th row, so now I'm ready for the 6th row. For the 6th row, we will simply purl all the stitches, no increasing or decreasing. And we will repeat the 5th row and 6th row until we get around 5 cm long. My 7th row. I didn't forget to increase before and after the marker, and we will measure how long it is using my cute ruler. It was around 2 cm long, and we will continue the same process till we get 5 to 6 cm long, and for me, I made it as 5 cm. I'm knitting my 13th row, and we are going to connect the front part and the back part here. I got around 5 cm when I was done knitting the 13th row. Finish knitting the 13th row, and don't forget to increase your work. I increased my last stitches too. Now we should count the stitches for the front part and the back part. I have 48 stitches for the back part and 26 stitches for the front part, left and right 13 each. So I'll do backward loop cast on, and I made 22 loops. After you're done making these stitches, put one marker there. I put the blue one. Connect the other side of the front part and continue knitting your work. From now on, we will not purl the stitches but knit it only. We will keep increasing the work using KFB before and after the marker, except for the blue one that we just put. But increase the stitch every other row, so since we did increase 13th row, we will not increase 14th row, but increase the 15th row. I will continue knitting until I have 7 cm long. If you're done knitting 7 cm for the front part, we will separate the sleeve stitches. We need 2 short knitting yarn and a mat needle for this. Count the number of stitches between 2 markers and I got 34 stitches. Remove one marker here. Thread the mat needle and transfer stitches between 2 markers to the short knitting yarn that we prepared. Remove the marker here too. Organize the stitches well and tie the knot. We will do backward loop cast on again to make your outfit comfy. I need 58 stitches in total, so I'll make 24 stitches. If you want to make your work as a loose fit, you can cast on 28 or 30 stitches. I'll do the same for the other arm. After separate the sleeve stitches from the body part stitches, which is front part and the back part, I'll knit 2 more rows without increasing or decreasing. I moved the body part blue marker near to the sleeve part so that back part would be a bit longer than the front part. I put the marker again, and after that I am going to make a pattern row to make my work unique, so I purl 1 row. I'm done knitting the pattern row. Put the marker on the other needle. I worked 1 by 1 rib stitch to make it stretchy and elastic, but if you want to work 2 by 2 rib stitch, that would be great too. 1 by 1 rib stitch is quite simple. Knit the first stitch by inserting the right hand needle and wrap the yarn around, and pull a new loop through and then slip the old stitch off. Purl the next stitch after bringing your yarn between 2 needles to the front. Simply repeat knit, purl, knit, purl. I did 5 rows of 1 by 1 rib stitch. We will cast off now. We will knit the first 2 stitches, knit and purl 1 stitch each. Use your left needle and lift the right stitch over the left stitch. And simply drop off the needle. For the next stitch, knit 1 stitch. Use your left needle to lift the right stitch over the left stitch. Again, purl 1 stitch. Put the first stitch over the second one. We will continue the same step. It's almost over. Sorry for the color change, by the way. I'm going to wear it in the winter too, so I thought it would be cold if it is too short. So I was planning to rip stitches for 4 rows, but I made it 5 rows, and that's why the color of the knitting yarn has changed. My apologies. Cut the last thread and pull it up, and thread the mat needle and hide the yarn well. Okay, we are finally done knitting the body part of the bolero. I'll see you in the part 2.